I'd like to welcome you to the Sneewater Lecture Series. We have a very special guest with us tonight that I'm sure you'll all be excited to meet. He's a world-renowned figure in the art of folk storytelling. In fact, he's just written his third book on the art of folk storytelling. You probably recognize him as the spokesperson for Duncan's Wheatgrass Horse Cream. Let's give a warm welcome to Banjo Jim.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, Jim.
How we all doing? Good, fine. That's good to hear. Banjo Jim likes it when people are doing good. He does. You know why? You know why Banjo Jim likes it when people are doing good? When people are doing good, Banjo Jim's doing good. Banjo Jim would like to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a man. That man had a dog. And that dog had a bone. And the dog buried his bone in the dirt. And he couldn't find his bone anymore. Is there any questions?
Yes, Banjo Jim, I just had an obvious question for you. What do the objects in that story symbolize?
Well, the man was a man. And the dog was a dog. The bone was my hatred for the objectification of beautiful women. Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been doing this, Banjo Jim?
Well, since time began. Since the dawn of man, since they invented Japan. And I'll continue to do it till there's no hatred in this world. Any more questions now? Yes, sir.
Why do they call you Banjo Jim?
You can never see me without my banjo. Yes, sir.
How come you lie all the time?
Pardon me, I don't lie all the time. I'm Banjo Jim.
How come your stories fill us all with false hope?
I think you're sadly mistaken, Fred. My stories provide true hope.
How come you're a disgrace to your folk storytelling profession?
Harmonica Harry.
That's right, Banjo Jim.
What are you doing here? This is my gate.
We want you to get your sorry banjo ass off that sorry banjo stool and march your sorry banjo ass right out of this here conference room.
No way, little man. This is my domain. I wrote the book on folk storytelling.
And a shitty book it is. We are sick and tired of your dumb old stories.
Wait. Wait a second. Who's we? Piano Pete. Clarinet Carl. Fiddle Franklin. Jews Harp Jefferson.
That's right, Jim. Looks like you're finished in this town.
Carl. I taught you everything you know.
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, Franklin, I gave you your first storytelling stool. Jefferson. Jefferson, I wrote an entire chapter in my book about you.
You shouldn't have done that, Jim.
Pete, Pete, you're my own goddamn son. I was gonna leave all my stories to you when I die.
Sorry, Dad. This is just how it's gotta be.
We're all sick and tired of your dumb old stories. They don't make sense. They're way too dense. They make us tense. They're boring hence. You were hanging up, old man. You had your day, but now you're just an old dog. You're past your prime. You lost it. You haven't told a news story in over 20 years. You're old news, pal. You understand? No one wants to hear your stupid, old-fashioned stories anymore.
The way you boys really feel. I do have one more story, though. Once upon a time, there was a man. Let's call him Harry. And Harry was a storytelling man. But Harry wasn't very good at telling stories. And Harry knew he wasn't very good at telling stories. So Harry was always too afraid to take on all the other storytellers. So, especially the one they call Banjo Jim. Now, he'd just go around trying to ruin everyone else's career, trying to make himself look better. And Banjo Jim ended up kicking his ass. Just like the way they used to. And everyone lived happily ever after.
You want a piece of me, you drunken has-been? Bring it on!
Well, there's only one way to settle this. You know it, Harry. You know it, and I know it.
Give me your best.
Dad, don't do this.
Pete, stand back now. I know what I'm doing. Hey, stand back. I know what I'm doing. Whenever you're ready, Harry.
I'm ready, Jim. Once upon a time, there was a man,
Yes, and the man had a wife.
and the wife had a cat.
But the man hated the cat,
So he took the wife's cat,
and he drove it out to the desert.
and he left it out in the desert.
And then he drove back home, and
when he got home,
well, the cat was there on the porch.
that's right, so he drove the cat back to the desert.
But then he left it even farther this time.
So when he drove home,
The cat was there on the porch again.
so he drove the cat back to the desert.
But this time even farther than the last two times.
This time when he got home,
The cat wasn't there.
so he went inside the house.
And there was his wife, fucking the mailman.
He had a shotgun, shot his wife, shot the mailman, shot himself.
And everyone died except the mailman.
That's right.
Now, which is the moral of the story here.
Moral is that you always got to get along with your wife and everything, or else she'll end up screwing around and you'll have to kill her and kill yourself.
Oh, now see, that's what's wrong with you, Harry. You never look past the surface meaning. That's right. If you're gonna tell folk stories, you gotta know what they mean. All right? The moral of the story is, no matter how much trouble your wife's pussy gets you into, the mail always gets through. Now get the hell out of here.
May have got me this time, Jim. But you haven't seen the last of Harmonica and Harry. Come on, boys. Well, fine then. I'll be fine on my own.
That's all right now, boys. That's all right. sit down. Sit down. While I tell you the story of Jesus Christ Jr., space president.